The Traveler is always going to be someone of pure heart and somebody anyone can trust. But is this the Traveler's real intentions? And will the Traveler abandon Teyvat after regaining his powers? Well, in today's video, we'll look at the multiple possibilities that could happen after the Teyvat chapter, and if Ether will betray Teyvat. Don't forget to subscribe and like, and let's jump straight into it. From what we hear from 4.7 and what we know from that story chapter, it seems like the Traveler will eventually come to wield the Loom of Fate. And once they do, what will they do with this Loom of Fate? Well, I believe that when the Traveler does defeat Tainsliff and rescues his sister, he will change the ley lines into that, doing what the Abyss wanted and freeing Teyvat from Celestia's grasp. But after doing that, what will Traveler do? Is his journey over? He must probably regain his powers after traveling to all different nations, so there is now nowhere else for him to go except his homeworld. You see, I don't believe that after the Traveler does eventually save Teyvat by defeating Tainsliff and using the Loom of Fate to change the ley lines, Lumine and Eve, they will go back to their homeworld. We actually know a little bit more information about the Traveler's past than most people know. You see, we know that the Travelers used to travel across the stars, used to go to all types of different planets, but we know they had a homeworld, a world where they were born, and I actually don't see many people actually talking about this or even saying this or mentioning it, that in the anime trailer, this isn't like any terrain we've ever seen before. In the first opening, little cutscene thingy, we see Paimon and it's obviously Mondstadt, but this place where we see the siblings holding hands, this is nothing that is into that, at least that we've seen. I don't think we've ever seen floating things besides Celestia, which means this has to be a different planet. This planet is possibly being the Traveler's homeworld. This anime could talk about the Traveler's homeworld really went, but we're not talking about that right now. We're talking about a theory that's when the Traveler does gain the Loom of Fate after saving Teyvat, they will set off on a journey through the stars once again after regaining their power, and will probably go to their homeworld. This also goes in with many Honkai theories that they could also visit some different planets in the Hoyoverse, because them traveling through different stars, different worlds, could also mean they're traveling through different games in the Honkai universe. That is definitely something that could happen and that could be real. But I do believe that the Traveler will go back to their homeworld to revive it after the end of that story chapter. But what's something else that the Traveler might do? What's another thing that might end out becoming the end of Genshin Impact? This is a more simple theory than the last theory, because it'll just be that the Traveler will stay in Teyvat, rebuild the place, and possibly we will meet Celestia, meet other celestial beings. Possibly a new celestial being will arise, or we can start an entire new chapter with Paimon, but still being in Teyvat. This theory doesn't. It definitely could happen that the Traveler just lives a peaceful life. Genshin Impact ends. Maybe there'll be a Genshin Impact 2. But this is also a theory that could happen. It is less likely, but we do have to take into account that after we do get the Loom of Fates, this could just be the end of Genshin Impact. But it doesn't seem like that will happen. Now, in Theory 3, we have something absolutely crazy. Now, listen to me. I believe we are going to Teyvat, we know, is going to fuse with another universe. Now, I'll briefly explain what the Hoyoverse is, blah blah blah. Just make it a quick little explanation. So, basically, within the universe, there is a very, very big tree, similar to Irminsul, and each of these three branches houses a different Hoyoverse game. Honkai Star Rail is its own branch. Genshin Impact is its own branch, even though it seems like it is an exception since it doesn't have the name Honkai in it. It's possibly maybe it's a sprout of something else, an entire different universe. But anyway, Basically, I believe that in this theory, these two branches will possibly collide. Part of the branch will grow too large. I'm going to just say Storel because this is the most current Hoyoverse game that's being updated. Besides Genshin Impact, this branch will go larger and eventually begin to hit or fuse into the Genshin Impact branch. This will make the two universes collide, which will begin to spread all types of new and evil things from the different universes. This will really bring up a more universal side of Genshin Impact that we've been seeing in Honkai Star Rail. We'll see these different people from different planets. We might even get to see parallel universes. I'm not sure how that's gonna work, but it's a possible thing that could happen. This goes in because we know the travelers used to travel across worlds. Possibly the travelers were actually traveling across these different branches in this big world tree. Think of it from Norse mythology. In Norse mythology, they have this big thing called the world tree, and basically in the world tree, there's like 9 realms, I believe, and each of the 9 realms are just like, I'm pretty sure, a branch in this world tree or a part of the world tree. Think of the Hoyoverse as this super duper big world tree, and what if those trees began to collide? What if Ragnarok happened by Genshin Impact, where all these different realms from different Hoyoverses began to combine, and this would begin the new chapter of Genshin Impact. This would spark entire new things. I'm not even thinking. I can't even say because I don't even know anything about it. It could be so big, going beyond Korea, beyond different nations, and just being something crazy and outlandish. Now, this is probably the most outlandish theory. We have a simple theory, we have a theory that's probably going to happen, and we have an outlandish theory that could still happen, but it might not be as likely. We will go on the first theory in a full video that will come out next week. So thank you guys so much for watching, subscribe and like. And it seems whenever I have Dancing Wanderer, my videos just do better. So here's Dancing Wanderer, subscribe and like, and I'll see you guys next time.